Hello everyone. We come to present our new and revolutionary invention that will change psychology. Okay, share screen. One moment. Okay, share. Okay, the brilliant minds that made this invention are Ana Gabriela Benavides, Paula Beltran, and who is talking to them, Brenda Garcia. Well, let's start with the description. Is a watch that detects the emotion of people who wear it like. Okay, first, the watch is an easy tool to transport. It is innovation that these elements can recognize and inform the emotion of the person who is wearing it. The battery is recheckable in sunlight as it is more affordable and lasts 24 hours with constant use. Okay, detecting emotion in functional for cognitive behavior therapy. Cognitive behavior therapy aims to collect information on people's emotion and thoughts, which is functional with our emotion detector clock. Okay, the main characteristics are, okay, has the ability to describe the emotion of the person wearing the watch. You can write the reason for the emotion, rate the intensity of the emotion from 1 and 10, approximately. Returns quickly summarized information. So it has a table where you can write the information requested by the therapist. Okay, watch content. Okay, first, it a cognitive behavioral models to feel it according to what is proposed by the psychologist. It's important to be able to write thoughts, emotion, and feelings day by day with the clock. It's easy to do it. Okay, project the information. It allows to observe the information with image. So in didactic way. Okay. Describes in details the most request emotion. The patterns are important for the person to realize the most recurrent thing that happens in his day to day. And detects habits parallel to emotion. It has the ability to take a heart rate so that person recognize who is their body and express on itself.
To continue, I'm going to talk about the population which our invention is addressed to. Our watch of emotion is addressed and works perfectly fine for every person who needs it. It doesn't work with the range of age, it doesn't work like with a sort of physical conditions. It doesn't discriminate. It works for every person who needs it and who know how to use it. It's important for the therapist to give the person an introduction about the watch and all of the qualities that it has and all of the things that the patient can do with it, so the patient can take advantage of all of the functions that the watch has. It works perfectly safe and it's perfectly functional for every person who needs it and who is using it. So now I'm going to show you the contribution that our invention gives to the psychology area. It's important to mention that this watch was invented especially for this area and for psychologists and patients. It was invented thinking of them. So this is why I think it's a huge contribution for the psychologist. From the side of the patient, it allows the patient to be aware of the emotion that they're feeling. Sometimes in therapy, the psychologist asks the patient to write down in a sort of a diary their emotions, how they feel that day. Um, I don't know, anything to kind of let that stuff go. But sometimes the patient just forgets or they don't like to do it, they feel like that's not going to work. So with our invention, the patient can have like that diary but in his watch. uh, just like the watch has like a history of the emotion and the feelings that the people had in that day, it also have like a section for write any note, any quote that they want to remember. From the therapist's side, it's also very useful. Sometimes the person cannot express the feelings or the emotion that they're having in that moment. So for the psychologist, it's very important to have any tool like this to help them, so that they can take full advantage of the therapy. They can talk about different things, they can externalize different emotions, different thoughts and stuff like that. So that's why our invention is very useful for many techniques and for have like an advance in the session with any patient.
Hello, my name is Paula. I am going to talk to you about the clock applied to cognitive behavioral therapy. Cognitive behavioral therapy is a form of psychology treatment that can be applied to many areas or problems. Scientific research has shown that is effective. This objective of cognitive behavioral therapy is to teach patients that although they cannot control all the aspects that surround them, they can regain control over how they interpret and manage the different situations that operate in the environment. This wash allows people to be checking their emotions so that they can begin to manage and regulate them. That is why for psychology it will be very important and very helpful since the intervention will not only be in session but also at home. Doing make the process is faster.